issues of the day on a show where all views are welcome, especially yours. GB News, the People's Channel, Britain's news channel.
Join us every night on GB News at 11 p.m. for Headliners, which is 3 top comedians going through the next day's news stories, which is exactly what you need, because when the establishment has gone crazy, you need some craziness to make sense of it.
Headliners. You don't have to bother reading the newspaper. We've got it covered for you. Every night at 11 p.m. and repeated every morning at 5 a.m. We won't send you to sleep like some of the other paper review shows out there.
So join us 11 p.m. every night on GB News,
the People's Channel, Britain's news channel.
Now then, Lee Anderson here. Join me on GB News on my show, The Real World, every Friday at 7 p.m.
I'm not eating bloody cat. Are you
Delicious.
mental?
Pretty mouth. Okay. Here comes a train.
Reminds me of the scene in Singing in the Rain.
Actually, is that a good one?
Whoa! Join me at 7 on GB News, Britain's news channel.
Tired of the usual focus-tested, pre-prepared Westminster runaround? Well, so am I.
So you want higher taxes?
Is your department to blame for this? Are you rethinking this policy? Every Sunday at 9:30, I'll be sitting down with those in power to get the truth about the issues affecting you.
Let's be honest, we've known about the cost pressures of this project for years, not months.
That's the Camilla Tominey Show, a politics show with personality. On GB News, the People's Channel, Britain's news channel.
Welcome back to our New Year's Eve special. So we're going through tomorrow's papers. We've got a story from the Telegraph here. Bad news for people hoping to achieve a New Year's resolution. Paul.
Yeah, there's nothing more designed to fail than a New Year's resolution, apparently, Andrew. So according to our columnist, which is not us, it's the Telegraph, the only way to enact lasting change is to think positively about ourselves.
Okay.
I mean, what I would say is that I don't think that it's a great time of year to do it. Anyway, January's not the best time to start anything.
Yeah.
It should be the only time to do anything. I think thinking positive about yourself is an arbitrary, quite pedestrian thing to say. Of course,
yes,
it's good for everybody to do that. I think just, embracing life and going for the ride would be equally as pedestrian and obvious.
Yes.
At the same time, it doesn't hurt to have New Year's resolutions, because for some people they really need to...
I think it's good to have that kind of aspiration. I think. Do you have any New Year's resolutions, Cressida?
Oh, just to live in a building by the end of next year. I don't know.
Because at the moment you're living in a hole in a tree.
Yes, or if I'm lucky. No,
you're in the boat.
Yes, I'm in the boat. I haven't got news. Yeah, seriously, that's my goal for next year, to not live in a boat. Running water, regular heating, that sort of thing.
Is a New Year's resolution really a goal, or is it something that you resolve not to do that you've been doing up till now?
I don't know. People use it for not eating too much and not smoking.
Or giving up alcohol.
Dr. Phil says, I'm a great Dr. Phil fan. He says, you generate the results you believe you deserve. So
yes.
If you know it's a load of nonsense and you're going to do it for 3 weeks, then that's what you'll do.
Okay, Lewis. Do you please have some New Year's resolutions? you should make... I can suggest some for you.
We've got a list, actually.
Well, yeah. I want to help Cressida find the man who's going to give her a house. And so if you Cressida...
That's not very politically correct,
It isn't politically correct. But contact me on Twitter, Lewis Schaefer on Twitter, and send me your phone number, and I will pass it on to Cressida. She's very picky, as all women are. But
that's a main feature of our design.
It is
picking on women. Women are great.
I'm not picking on you. I'm saying I will help you out. I think.
But that's not a resolution for you. Why don't you?
Let's get back to you.
Your New Year's resolution is try and be a bit more tolerant of other people's opinions. Don't get so flustered about these things.
Don't interrupt me, Andrew. Is that I think...
Don't be so rude to the host on the show.
Maybe I should be. Every time it's like a resolution, and I think to myself, I should come up with a resolution. I always forget to come up with a resolution.
Yes.
The most important thing I did was 5 years ago, I went to low carb. And,
okay.
And I think that's...
You should have mentioned it.
Yeah, I went low carb, and then minus 4 months, which is 4.5 years, whatever it is, I went all meat. And it's been a tremendous thing for me.
Yeah, but you say that an awful... But that's a resolution you made a while ago. This is what's new? What about have a more balanced diet in 2024? Why not have some greens as well as the meat? Why not some broccoli?
Because balance implies that some of these foods are actually good for you.
You started with Andrew.
I know. I shouldn't have. But I do want Lewis to be healthy.
I am. I'm healthy. I'm healthy. I'm pain-free. I'm old. You see how old I am, Cressida.
Yeah,
I'm old.
You're 94 years old, and you look fantastic on it.
It just feels like he's been talking for 94 years.
Yeah.
I don't think you're...
But then Cher is older than you, and she looks much better. She's 77.
She spent a bit of money. Is she only 77?
Yeah, she's 77, yeah.
Oh, she's that young.
Well, it's irrelevant. You can't tell anymore. She's just frozen, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's fantastic, but
But
frozen.
she's still doable. I find her very...
That's a really offensive phrase, Lewis. That's ridiculous.
You know what I love about Cher is that after her husband died in the tragic accident, the father of her child, she sued him for back child support. She sued his estate.
Is that absolutely true? Because I hope you're not committing libel. Is that are you lying again?
I heard this from one reliable source.
Oh, for goodness sake, okay.
Oh, we can go check it out. I'll check it out right now.
The Mirror now. Okay, and a British woman claimed her holiday to Benidorm was ruined. What's going on?
You know what? It's like...
Like, Lewis is struggling with the story here. Paul.
I genuinely, absolutely love this. British tourist cries after Benidorm holiday was ruined by too many Spanish people.
Now, come on, that sounds like it's made up.
It isn't, because they say that she said the entertainment in the hotel was all focused and catered for the Spanish. Why can't the Spanish go somewhere else on their holidays?
I mean,
it's like going on holiday with your nan.
it is true that Benidorm is predominantly English people, isn't it? Isn't that right?
Apparently not.
Well, no, because I remember going to Torremolinos, and I didn't meet any Spaniards.
No. I tell you what, just up the road from Benidorm is a place called Alicante. You fly in there if you want to drive down to Benidorm. If you want a lovely Spanish holiday, you can have a holiday if you like, but go to Alicante, because it is what this lady is complaining about. Spanish people enjoying their local town.
Okay, interesting. Okay, let's have a look at this one. This is the Daily Mail now. Researchers have found that an optimistic outlook can lead to poor decision-making.
Yeah, it may not pay to look on the bright side. I can't believe this is a story. Being optimistic can lead to making bad decisions. Research finds.
Yes.
Research. Anyone heading into the new year with renewed optimism should beware, as a study shows positive thinking may not lead to a prosperous future, Andrew.
Right, okay.
I mean, I hate this story. Genuinely, I think the public... it is based on a survey of 36,000 UK households,
yes,
all of which are totally depressed because of the cost of living.
Yes,
That's a question. Do you ask Paul to just disagree with everything that I'm going to say?
No. This is called a difference of opinion, Lewis. This is the thing.
Seems to know in advance that I
think it's just that you have very different minds.
We do, indeed.
And I think you just see the world in a completely different way. And that's the beauty of it. That is the beauty of humanity,
No,
Lewis.
he's just wrong.
He's just wrong. No, that's right. That's what we want. We want wrong and right on the show.
The truth is that people who are optimistic,
yes,
they don't prepare for bad things to happen. And when you do not prepare for bad things to happen, those things happen. People who are run over by trucks when they're crossing a road are basically people who weren't worried about being hit by a truck.
So you don't think there's any merit in the idea of having a positive outlook, because that will send good vibes out into the universe and then good things will happen to you?
No.
There are some people, Noel Edmonds absolutely swears by that.
Well, he swears by it, and he's Noel Edmonds. I don't even know who that guy is. I'm speaking for my people. My people.
Oh my God, he's got people.
Yeah, who are the
I'm
people?
not going to say who
Come
they
on,
are.
everybody knows if you go out feeling down and gloomy, you're going to invite more of that back.
Yes.
There's some truth to it. It's just, as you say, it's not really...
Lewis, have some more Prosecco and cheer up. It's New Year's Eve. Stop putting down optimism. Optimism is good.
No, I'm saying you should be prepared for all the things that you worry about, Cressida.
You don't
Never
understand
happened.
British working class, because working class British people go around going cap in hand, oh, sorry, don't worry about me, I'll just have the crust. And then we don't get anywhere because of that. When you've got an American outlook and you go, I'm going to be positive. I mean, at school we used to get bullied if we tried hard.
Well,
yeah.
Right.
It's a different attitude, isn't it?
Praised for being positive.
Okay, we might have time for this story. It's The Independent. Michelle Keegan has opened up about how it felt to be voted the sexiest female. Lewis, you know all about this kind of
I do know about it because I'm getting better looking as I get older. And everybody knows that.
And more modest, if you don't mind me
Not
saying.
even modest. No, it's a fact. It's a fact. I mean, my hair is not as amazing as it used to be, but I still have hair. I of hair. Within my age category, I'm doing really, really well. But I don't even know who this Michelle Keegan woman is. But I Googled her, and she's like 35 or something, right in my wheelhouse, as they call it. That's a perfect.
I hate to break it to you, Lewis. I don't think she is in your wheelhouse, but
I'm not saying she'd go out with me. Of course, she's not going to go out with me. But in terms of me being interested in her, she's within the.
And that, of course, is the important criteria.
The age of women.
Wheelhouses do tend to get stuck, don't they?
Yeah, that's true.
No, you get more flexible. My wheelhouse is between 20 and 80, maybe 90. My point is, she's hot.
Okay, well, let's finish with this one. The Metro, the best ways to dodge a New Year's Day hangover, which I'm sure many people will have. Lewis?
The TikTok basically say, keep on drinking. Keep on drinking.
Well, like sort of hair of the dog as a good way to solve a hangover.
Keep on drinking. You don't get a hangover when you're drinking.
That's really bad advice. Come on now.
Bad advice. There's no way to avoid it. Alcohol is a toxin, and it's when you think of alcohol, think of fruit juice. Just as bad.
Yeah. Okay, Cressida, your thoughts on that kind of thing?
Don't get drunk.
No, go on.
You're going to tell me my thoughts. Don't get drunk in the first place.
Even on New Year's Eve?
Well, if you don't want a hangover, you can't have both, can you?
No.
You can when you're 18, but not when you get a bit older.
Okay, fine. And Paul, what do you think?
Well, Dolly Parton said something about rainbows and rain, and it's probably relates to this in some way.
Do you still get hangovers at your age?
I actually just recently got quite drunk for the first time in ages. A friend of mine, Steve, good to see you, mate. He got over cancer this year, and we went and got absolutely drunk to celebrate.
Yes.
And I did have a hangover the next day, and I'd forgotten what it was like because I don't get to drink. But you know what? I had a really good night.
You know what? And it's a good incentive not to drink, but I think on New Year's Eve, you should be allowed to drink. We're going there. We've got some live pictures of London. I think we should all refill our Prosecco glasses.
Yeah, why not?
Because we only have 3 minutes, well, just under 3 minutes, in fact, before 2024 begins. Do you want to pass on the bottle?
You do it.
Pass on the bottle. There we go. And there we can see the Thames, and we can see, what's that big wheel called again?
Oh, the
Millennium Eye. I actually forgot for a moment. That's not a good sign, is it? Okay. And that's all lit up, and there's going to be obviously a lot of fireworks there. There's going to be people crowding around. We're going to be able to see them all. We're going to go and cut away to those. I'm very excited. Are you very excited about the fireworks? It reminds me of being a kid.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, genuinely I am, and I know my family will be at home watching this because it's quite the spectacle. It's not just fireworks now, not just pyrotechnics. It's these drone displays where they're able to put thousands of drones in the air and create all sorts of wonderful things. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's something for us to be proud of.
Okay, well, we're still looking there at the London shots. Cressida, do you have any thoughts on New Year's Eve? Have you enjoyed tonight? Do you enjoy New Year's Eve generally?
Well, it's a mixed bag, isn't it? You can get it wrong, you can get overexcited and think you're going to do something fantastic, and then it might rain, or you can have a surprisingly nice New Year's.
But is it just an excuse for a big party, or is it a time to sort of say, look, this has been for a lot of people a horrible year, and they want to just get it out of the way and start afresh? Or is it to look back and reflect and think of the positive things that have happened during the year?
It's a good time to sort of have a rethink, isn't it? I think that's something to be said for that.
It's strange. I was talking to my 14-year-old daughter about this afternoon because she finds it very exciting. She was talking about friends that maybe don't so much, even at their age, because there's lots of expectation. Now they've got TikTok and Snapchat and all these things to compare themselves with. I said it's all about not seeing New Year's Eve as the start and end of something.
Yeah.
It obviously is in terms of the calendar, but it doesn't have to be.
Lewis, 1 minute to go. Any sort of message for the people before we cut away to the fireworks?
I think we're wasting the drones by keeping them here and not sending them over to the Donbass.
What a ridiculous comment.
I mean, really,
the drones are there to see the fireworks. That's what, and
whatever they're there for.
What are you going to do there?
I don't know. Whenever I see fireworks, I think of Nam. I think of war.
No, that's not
how we're going to see this year out, Andrew.
No, we're not. I'm absolutely thrilled that you've all joined us tonight for our New Year's Eve special. We're going to be seeing all of these fireworks. As you can see there, they're really poised to erupt. No, not yet. There's only 20 seconds to go before 2024. We're going to go away to the fireworks, then we're going to cut back. Join us after this extravaganza.
So we're not going to see you in the new year. We're going to be at a...
2023.
A king and queen are crowned with the coronation of Charles III and Camilla at Westminster Abbey.
People right across the capital stopped for a once-in-a-lifetime spectacle.
Welcoming our new king.
Our society is woven from diverse threads, comprising stories of remarkable courage and sacrifice, determination and strength. Though drawn from different parts of the world, they collectively enrich the fabric of our national life.